Hey, what's up, guys? Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and Ome Realty. So you just got your real estate license, or you're planning on getting your real estate license, or maybe you have your real estate license and you're like, damn, I suck. I am not doing anything. Because let's face it, the majority of real estate agents that start out, the majority of real estate agents as a whole, don't do any transactions at all. They do nothing. To give you an idea, 90% of all transactions in real estate are done by only 10% of licensed people out there. That is a hard fact. That is hard to swallow. And the reason why it is because solo agents, people who think that they're just going to go ahead and conquer the world and you're going to be solo bolo and I'm going to do everything by myself. Well, this is something that you have to get out of your mind, because you are not going to be that guy. You're just not going to be that guy. Now, I'm going to tell you why you're not going to be that guy. Because in my world, as a broker, these are the people that you need in your corner at every step of the way, because these are the people that are going to help you progress in whatever it is that you want. You want to have a good relationship with these people so you could go ahead and get to that next step. Get your first listing, your second listing, your 30th listing, your 1,000th listing, whatever it is. You want to go ahead and see how many you can do as a real estate agent or even a mortgage broker or a mortgage loan officer. This is a vice versa thing, okay? So number one, the best friend that any real estate agent has is going to be a mortgage broker. That is the person that you want to talk to, because that is the person that is going to go ahead and connect you to what's the most valuable thing in the world of real estate, and that is money. Because if you cannot qualify that person and approve that person to get a piece of property that they are trying to put an offer on, because you, majority of the time, the first person that you're going to get is going to be a buyer. That's what you're going to get. You're going to be a buyer agent. And if you don't know how to approve them, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. You're just not going to do anything. It doesn't even have to be a mortgage broker. Go talk to somebody in a credit union. You go talk to somebody in a bank. Or talk to all of them above. Go make relationships with people. Go be like, you know what? Because in our business, everything is give and take. Now, for instance, I am like an enigma, right? Because I not only have a real estate side, but I also have a mortgaging side. Now, I do not finagle. Not finagle, but I do not shit where I sleep, eat where I do not do both of those. If I know a real estate agent that I'm working with, it's one of their clients. So in our database, we always have X person connected to Y agent. So for instance, if I know that a person has pulled their credit, okay, I know somebody that pulled their credit, and it comes up because on my side it will come up that somebody pulled their credit for a mortgage. I will go ahead and see if that person is connected to any of the agents that we work with. And if it is, what we do is, what I personally do, is I will call that agent. I will not poach. I will not steal, because that is stupid. That is idiotic. What you do, because that real estate agent is going to eventually give you tenfold more if you don't steal from them. It's bad business practice to do it that way. But if that agent's client decides to go out and pull a mortgage, I call you, and then you're like, oh man, I didn't know that this person was looking, or I didn't know that this person was doing this. Then you have the ability to go ahead and reach out to your client and say, hey, listen, I just want to touch base with you. I want to see exactly what's going on. So you see how this works? So number one, real estate agents, go talk to a million different people at banks in your local area. Like in your local area, go and build a relationship with every single loan officer, mortgage broker, anybody that does lending. Go build a relationship with them, because you guys want to do a give and take. Because if you make 20 relationships, you might get 2 people that will end up working really, really well with you. Number 2, after you find a mortgage loan officer, number 2, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make friends with an appraiser. An appraiser is going to be such a key factor, because comps are one thing, but appraising is another thing. And if you have an appraiser that is going to be in your back corner, they could actually give you an actual evaluation on that piece of property when you are going to end up taking that listing. Not only that, appraisers usually just want to do appraising. They don't want to do anything with lending. They don't want to do anything with real estate. They just want to do stuff with appraising, and they'll go ahead and send any listing over to you. You guys work out all the details out with yourselves. I'm not saying people do referrals and kickbacks, but you know what I'm saying. After you go ahead and do that, number 3 and 4. Number 3 and 4 is going to be escrow person or title person. These two people usually go hand in hand, but you can't separate them equally. You go there, go make a friend with title company, because you are going to go ahead and need a preliminary title report when you do eventually get that listing. Who do you go to? Your broker is probably going to send you to his guy, but go make your own relationship with somebody and go do things on your own way. Makes life so much easier, especially, and find an escrow officer that will go ahead and give you the best deals, because at the end of the day, you want to go ahead and make sure that your client thinks that they know what you're doing. Now, as a mortgage broker, whenever you end up getting an offer and it gets accepted, and then you send that executed purchase agreement over to me, I deal with majority of that stuff. I deal with the title, I deal with the escrow, I deal with appraising, I deal with everything. The transaction part, you leave that alone. You have nothing to do with the transaction part. Real estate agents have nothing to do with anything outside when it comes to the offer accepted. Once the offer gets accepted and that executed purchase agreement comes on, you just sit back and you let you let the big boys do what they got to do. You let us go ahead and order appraisal and go ahead and open up title and escrow, do all of that stuff. We deal with all of that. Make sure you get closed. So now that you know exactly who to deal with, you know where to get some of the best leads out there, you know the relationships that you need to make, set yourself up for success. These are the people, no matter how you look at it, our game, the real estate game, is all it is a people's game. That's all it is. It's just connecting person A to person B to person C, D, E, F, G, because at the end of the day, in one real estate transaction, you have the real estate agent, buyer, and seller agent. You have a buyer and seller. Then you have title, escrow, the broker, mortgage broker. Then you have, I don't know, did I say appraiser? You have a processor that you deal with, depending on if it's a new development or not. Then you have other things you need to deal with. You have credit agencies that you have to go ahead and deal with. You have verification people that you have to deal with. You know, there's like between any transaction, there could be between 10 and 15, 20 people in one, depending if you have co-signers or any of that stuff. You can have a lot of people in one transaction, but at bare minimum, you have at least 10 people in one transaction. So get to know some people and set yourself up for success. Hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully I made some sense in all of this. And if you had any other questions, comment below. Let me know. If you like the content, like, subscribe, comment for up to 50% commission rebate, 0% listing on selling your current home or any mortgage assistance. Leave the description below. Till next video, guys.